DoggieDiamondsTV.com. So you got your name?
I got my name from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? The God Minnesota. And it took me a minute to get a name, cause I was running around trying to put in work, whatever. Motherfuckers don't pay you no mind. It's a bunch of motherfuckers around, but what people don't realize is that there was so many of us, right? Like there was legions
of Decepticons.
Decepticons. Like there was legions within Brooklyn. There was legions. There was legions from the Fort Greene and Farragut area. There was legions, like when you talk about Micromasters, when you talk about Rumble,
Destructicon,
them cats is from Fort Greene, you know.
Then you had the Clinton Hill Decept.
Yeah,
that was
Hill
Blitz
cats,
and Steele and all of them.
You had Flatbush Cons, you had East Flatbush Cons, you had Bed-Stuy Cons. The Water Cons was the most wildest. The Water Cons, what they did was pick the wildest from each crew. So if you was over here, if you was in Fort Greene and you was doing a lot, you was turned up crazy, they would be like, you now are Water Con.
What about the Rika Cons? Was it the Rika Cons?
It was definitely.
I heard that was the wildest nigga.
The Rika Cons wasn't the wildest by far. It wasn't the wildest.
But they was from the fort, right?
No, the Rika Cons was from everywhere.
Okay.
Rika Cons was from everywhere, man.
I think some of the Lugos was Rika Cons. That's why I said that. If you know anything about Fort Greene, the Lugos.
They was from everywhere. You had the Garda-Cons from Harlem.
Okay.
Insect, you had Flatbush Insecticons.
Forgot what's the name for the ones up by Marwick. I know they were by CBS.
But you know,
Northeast Bronx.
The thing that a lot of people don't know also is that it expands.
Yeah.
So every time a seed drop, another seed, 2 or 3 seeds drop, and it's another whole nother spawn of cons.
So what was the name of yours?
You know, I started as Construct, Destruct.
Okay.
Destruct. The original Destruct Cons and Cybertron.
Okay.
And graphic communication. Oh, that's Cybertron.
Yeah.
I went there and I got schooled directly from everybody. Everybody came there. All the old heads came there, and you know, you had to go through certain things there. So.
And Dallas Penn is really decent, right?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Dallas Penn is definitely an A1 Decepticon nigga from Queens, day one. But it's like nobody really knew Queens had Decept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You think Decept is just a bunch of wild Brooklyn niggas, but you got niggas from Queens, you got niggas from Crown Heights, you got nerve niggas from Harlem. Like it was so many different intricate motherfuckers within the Legion. But the head Legion was the Watercons.
Wow.
You know what I mean? In the Watercons, that basically was like the what. The what was the drama. Like if we had drama,
yeah, you should say what. Yeah.
Like we got the what. So we're going to the what. The what's was the niggas who always the top head niggas, the top niggas that's always bound to set it off, get it popping, the Watercons. So from there, you know.
How did dudes get their names back then? Like you had to be given a name or you had to pick a name?
It came how it came, man.
Because you had Rumble, then you had Baby Rumble, then you had Rumble Twin. Remember?
Rumble is A1.
Okay.
Rumble is the brother of Megatron.
Okay.
Cyclones is the brother of Megatron. Those are brothers. So it all started with the brothers.
Okay.
You know, it started with brothers trying to defend themselves because they was getting fucked up because they went to school in Bushwick.
Wow.
So that's where you got the Bushwick Con.
So it didn't start in Brooklyn Tech like they say?
It started in a few of the brothers went to Bushwick.
Okay.
But the majority was a few of the brothers went to Brooklyn Tech. Excuse me.
Okay.
You had Rumble, Psy. I think Rumble and Psy went to Bushwick. I think Rick, and you know him as Megatron.
Okay.
Went to Tech. So Rick was mingling with all these other kind of smart gangsters from the
because to be in Brooklyn Tech, you had to be smart.
Yeah.
You gotta take a test to get in.
I took a test to be in Brooklyn Tech.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't get in.
Yeah.
By no means, I didn't get in. I took a test to be in art design. I didn't get in there either. I can draw and all that.
I was Brooklyn Tech, art design.
None of that. Yeah, all the smart schools, but you had to be there, right? for some weird reason, all of these places became the cannon fodder for us to develop our manly prowess in them fields.
Street organizations.
Hey, give it a name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it started with the brotherhood though, man. It started with the What's, which wasn't a name at the time, and then it became.
How did Princeton become the headquarters?
I think it's more brothers started going there. I don't think that was on purpose.
Right.
It should have been. It should have been Brooklyn Tech. Brooklyn Tech should have been the headquarters because Brooklyn Tech was Brooklyn Tech is BTA.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's battle training ground right there. So you like in the early days, you would go to Brooklyn Tech and you would go down in the playground. You got to go downstairs. No playground in the world. In New York, right? You go down in the playground and you fight a bunch of cats. And if you can get out that, then cats will make a.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Decepticons now, it became kind of commercialized. I see it.
I don't. How you figure that?
Because I see a lot of people that say that has the Decepticon hat. That's probably.
They say they were Deceps.
Yeah,
like 19 to 20
exactly.
years old.
That they probably not Deceps. You even got somebody. Listen, you even got somebody like Just Blaze who calls himself the Megatron Don.
And you know what? Rest in peace to from Raider that passed. I know he had problems with Rumble over the name. Dude that was on the radio at 97.
Yeah, Megatron, DJ Megatron. It wasn't no real problems. It was just the fact that when you call yourself Megatron and you got people out here like that's my brother. Megatron, that's my brother. That's I won't say my leader, but this is an individual who brought me into the rites of passage through manhood as far as this
street organization.
And a genius, and he got murdered in these streets. So for another individual to carry that name, it's like you gotta, if you don't know him, you're not affiliated with him, it's automatically other people going to feel a way about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all what that was. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Megatron. Yeah.
Rest in peace to DJ Megatron.
Yep.
Good brother. But know that it's brothers who lived and died and walked with Megatron, the Rick, who really started it as a brotherhood. It didn't start to say, yeah, let's start a gang, bro. Let's start a gang. We go here to this school, or you go here to this school.
Or we wear colors, or sorry, it was none of that.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Doggie, because Deceps couldn't wear no colors. Like we had drama.
Yeah.
We had drama. We was shopping with our moms. We was going to church.
Remember,
we was going to movies.
And it was happening anywhere.
We could not wear colors.
Yeah.
Word. So it's not like you could not go around. You couldn't go to Sunrise.
You couldn't say I was Deceps
and be like, nah, it was not none of that.
What they used to ask you, what's the flavor, right?
What's the flavor?
Yeah. And
So a lot of times, you get charged for that. You get checked for that in this world. Like it's a different flex.
In 2014 and in the past few years, it's like anybody is just joining a gang without paying the dues. What was the difference between then and now? Like you couldn't just be Deceps. You couldn't just say I'm Deceps and that's it.
Nah, you couldn't, man. I got jumped in.
Okay.
I got walked in by dudes who was on already, but it wasn't enough. Like I really literally got walked in by a dude who was on. It was like, yo, this is my man. Whatever, right? And the rest of them niggas like, so, and
he gotta get fucked up too, yeah.
Who is this nigga? He ain't even fuck. Like, right? Like you ain't like we don't need to get this nigga away from it. Like the nigga dead in rest in peace, like, yo, get this nigga out of here. And we in class. It's like homeroom and shit like that. So it's like you gotta figure out where you're gonna stand, and I give credit to all the homies that's right now joining gangs right now, but you gotta figure out where you're gonna stand at. It's not about just being accepted and now you down
and knowing the handshake and
right, and the handshake and you good to go. Like you gotta
what's your premise? What y'all trying to
dig
do?
It. You gotta be.
That's why I said street organization opposed to gang.
How you strengthen your family? How you strengthen your family core? Decepticons are the family core, and it was very extensive. A lot of times it was unorthodox because you had so many individuals involved in it, but for the most part it was organization was bananas.
Was it in a beef between the Deceps sometimes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But I think it was friendly beef.
Was it ever a superior Decept? That's what I want to know. Was it one that everybody had to answer to? Was it ever like that? Okay.
Never. Megatron is the head of this whole shit.
Okay.
You know, Megatron's the head of this whole shit. Rumble, that's his brother, that's his first in command, and Cyclonus, that's his second in command. That's the family. Those are the French brothers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then in between that, you got the cousins, you got Strong, you got Minosaur, you got all these other different individuals that now break off into legions because they from different neighborhoods.
Okay.
So in the neighborhoods, you got different people of strength that hold it down and keep it on a certain level, you know?
All right, so this is General Steele gave us a little history on Decepticons.
That's the real history, man, because
Yeah.
I don't really think there's nobody else that's even can speak, especially in this hip hop thing, as far as Decept.
Hey, thank you for watching. Don't leave without subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.